While they're coming down,
Thank you.
one last shout out to our sponsors, Option Grinder, Voss Water, Hario, Cafec, Perme Filters, Knee Cups and Barista Supplies.
Yes, yes. Good. Yep. Time. Good evening, judges. Today, I would like to talk to you about something that's close to all of us. We work with it every day. It fuels our mornings, brings us closer together, and is at the heart of a global industry touching millions of lives, and that's coffee. But more specifically, I want to talk to you about the value of coffee. You see, when we talk about value, it's very easy to jump straight into the numbers. The price per kilo, even like current fuel costs and how that may impact the price. But you see, coffee's true intrinsic value is far greater than any number on a spreadsheet. Now in front of you today is a little journey I would like to take you on, outlining how I perceive the value of coffee to be. So follow along throughout. Please follow along. The story of coffee begins long before it hits any roastery or cafe. It starts with the producers, many of whom think of coffee not just as a crop, but as a livelihood. And at Finca El Diviso in Huila, Colombia, Néstor Lasso and Johan Vergara deliberate tirelessly over every single decision they make to ensure the final cup profile is as desirable as possible. Now their dedication today has inspired me to choose not one, but two of their coffees. The first being a Geisha, the second an Obligón. Now, their two coffees are both naturally processed and done anaerobically. However, their anaerobic fermentations couldn't be further apart. The Geisha undergoes a 36-hour warm fermentation, whereas the Obligón a 26-hour cool fermentation. Now, this is a deliberate decision to accentuate the natural characteristics of each particular coffee, particularly the mouthfeel of the Geisha and the sweetness of the Obligón. You see, they are crafting the way in which these coffees taste, their structure, and their identity, showing us how their dedication and innovation can help elevate coffee, but also the recognition in which they get. Now, once the coffee reaches us, it's up to us to turn it from a raw product into a crafted experience. And that starts with roasting. It's a delicate balance of chemistry, precision, intuition. A couple of degrees too hot or a couple of seconds too long, and the flavor profile changes completely. That's why my team has decided to roast these two coffees individually to accentuate the characteristics I wish to accentuate into the final cup. So that meant an 8% development time ratio on the Obligón to heighten the acidity. And for the Geisha, a slightly longer 12% development time ratio to accentuate the mouthfeel. Now, brewing two requires skill, the right dose, the right grind size, but most importantly, the right intention. You see, when we brew with care, consistency, and pride, we can help elevate coffee from just a simple beverage in front of you into a memorable, lasting moment. Now, my intention today has guided me to a dose of 17 grams of coffee. This is comprised of 13 grams of Obligón and 4 of Geisha. This struck the perfect harmony of florals and sweetness. Now we're using 250 mils of the supplied Voss Water, split evenly over 5 pours of 50. This gave sufficient agitation to the bed, accentuating the mouthfeel without introducing any astringency. Now the Voss Water from testing has a higher calcium content. This meant that I was getting really good mouthfeel every single brew I had, but I wanted to accentuate the acidity. So I lowered my brew temperature down all the way to 88 degrees today to accentuate that acidity. Now I paired the Hario Neo with the Cafec Abaca filter paper. This decision was made purely for consistency from cup to cup between you judges today. Now judges, to customers, coffee is rarely just a coffee. It's a moment of pause before a busy day. It's a connection with other colleagues, friends, or even their barista. It can also be a connection with the experience. You see, the true value of coffee to a customer is in how it actually makes them feel. Now, in saying all of this, judges, the value of coffee comes from the people behind the coffee, which, as you can see today, Johan Vergara and Nesta Lasso, tireless work means terrific lot. The roasters behind me, craft flavor. I practice a ritual, but customers have to trust and return. You see, it's up to us to make sure that each step of this process is protected and that we leave the customer with a greater sense of value for the next time they purchase a cup of coffee. Now, judges, shortly I'll be getting to your aroma assessment. I ask that you please swirl twice before assessing only twice. Now, you will get notes of raspberry, milk chocolate, and hibiscus. And it's medium in intensity. Now, please place the crafts back in front of you and we'll move on to the next tasting notes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All judges ready to progress? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, judges, please follow me as we go along from left to right on your score sheets, going through the tasting notes for your tasting today. Now, your taste will be medium in intensity, and when hot, you'll get notes of blackcurrant, cherry, and milk chocolate. And from hot to warm, your milk chocolate will turn into dark chocolate. And when cool, you'll get notes of red grape, guava, and cherry. Now your aftertaste is medium in length and is prominent in milk chocolate. Your acidity is medium in intensity and is prominent in citric and malic throughout. And your sweetness today is also medium in intensity and prominent in milk chocolate and cherry. And finally, your mouthfeel. It is medium in weight and is both silky and juicy. Now, judges, next time you talk about the value of coffee, I want you to remember the people, the experience, the craft, and the story behind each cup. You see, it's up to us, and it's our responsibility to craft this value every single day we work. Now, thank you for your time today, judges, and I would like you to assess the coffee from specifically the thin-lipped side of the Nucleus cup. This helped accentuate the acidity that I was after in your final cup. Thank you for your time today, and that's my time.
All right, a little bit more noise. Our last competitor for today. Let's go. Come on. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That looks perfect. So I've been taking people on a little bit of a journey about competition. They probably haven't realised, but in all interviews, trying to pick something different with everybody that I've noticed.
Okay.
I can definitely tell you've competed before.
So I say once,
Yep.
but I was disqualified that time. So
Doesn't matter, you're up here.
It's a half.
No. If you're on stage, you competed.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And the thing about, let's talk about DQs, right? The challenge with competing is these guys in us come up and go, can you make me a coffee? What do you recommend?
Yeah.
What do you think's delicious? No. There's a format. You have things that you need to do. There's things you need to tell them. And what I really loved about what you did, and I did poorly the first time I competed, was I just got all that information out. Just try and catch that if you can.
Yeah.
You said we're going to go from left to right through your score sheet, judges. You know, say goodbye to them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
For me, watching people compete, you can tell that either they've had some experience in competition or they've been a judge based on how they treat the people on the other side of the counter. Because it's really hard to engage in your barista, write the stuff down, get all the information, which makes it hard for them to assess you.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy watching that. You looked very comfortable, really good. I did also smell your coffee when you ground it and I walked past. It smells bloody amazing.
Okay.
Obviously, we're drawn to coffees particularly because how they taste, what they get out of it. But if we go back to our score sheet,
Yes.
do you think even though you have access to so many delicious coffees, that there's something in particular that you're trying to showcase that meets the score sheet? I mean, you did speak about, the fact that you want to highlight acidity, you want to highlight sweetness and those sort of things, but I'm sure when you had all your coffees out, they were all very good, let's be honest.
100%. It was about making complex cup as possible. And that's why combining two was trying to, people have tasted something like that Obligón before, but how do you bring it in a way that is different and exciting? And I love florals in coffee. I love, slight savory notes to a certain extent. And that's where, creating something a little bit different from my end, but showcasing how two different varietals from the same farm can still be delicious in their own right, but how we can, as brewers, and our responsibility is to showcase it in another way, and in our way. And it's each step of the process, how do we leave it with a lasting memory in the customer's eyes? Yeah.
Great. I love that. It's definitely what we're trying to do. For you, how do you find the structure of telling the judges their experience? Because, I mean, if we have a customer come into our cafe, we don't necessarily always have the time to sit down with them for 11 minutes or 10 minutes and go, let's walk you through this coffee that you paid $20 for, but I've still got to make some other bars in there. How do you find the comparison?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is being able to read the person, right? In a cafe sense, not everyone wants to hear you talk about it for 10 minutes, but if you can get it from 1 minute or 20 seconds, and next time they ask you the question, they've opened the door and you've helped them open the door, and that's the goal, right? For them to be inquisitive, leave them wanting more, enough that they come next time and ask you questions or are willing to know more. So yeah,
great. It was lovely to watch you compete.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I hope you get the result you want. Thanks so much.
Thank you.